language, job-ready skills, hospitality, aged and disability care, childcare, computer and business skills. Macquarie Community College is a not-for-profit registered training organisation that provides quality, fee-free and subsidised training funded by New South Wales Government and subject to
Look at my hair. Okay. I look like a write-off.
SWR 99.9.
Welcome to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome to my show. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, Omni Studio, any more? I don't think there's any more, Ellie. How are you tonight, Ellie?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, good. It's Sunday night and we're back here again. Can you believe it? It goes so quick. The time is just flying past. So welcome to the show, people. Come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You'll see me there. Like I said, we're live across the world because there's a gift that I need to share. So I like to share my gift with everybody. So that's why we're on so many platforms. But if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come on to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I just want to say hello to a few people, but I can see people coming up now on the live feed here. Hi, Michelle Coburn, and she's always in fine form. I'm actually still wearing your necklace. You can see here on the live. Still, I've got a few here now because lots of people have been giving me necklaces, and I feel bad not wearing them, so I just wear them. I've got more at home. I've got to put back on Eva's one as well. So Donna Marie Roach, good evening. How are you? Welcome to the show. We're just waiting for a few people to come on. So what have you been up to, Ellie?
Not much, just work this week.
Just work this week, okay. And you're about to do
Maybe do a 2-day hike. We'll see how I'm feeling on Thursday.
Maybe do a 2-day hike. Oh my God. I don't know how she can do that, Ellie. We were talking about this earlier and I said to her, I can't even walk outside in the cold, let alone stay in the cold all night.
It's either the 2-day hike or I'm going to go do the Three Sisters again.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, you're braver than me, Ellie, that's for sure.
It's fun.
I know it's fun, but the cold would just eat me alive, I'm sure.
By the time you warm up, you don't need jumpers or...
Yeah, true. That's very true. Now, I've got an issue, Ellie. You might have to come over and actually... I've got nobody on my Facebook here at the moment. 1 second. We're just going to try and get this back on. But if you'd like to have a free mini reading, come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I think it's coming up now. It's just having a moment. He's Ellie. Yeah, there we go. And I had no comments. Oh, here we are. Here they are. It's amazing. The system's kind of on my iPad. Well, it was only on 10% battery, but now it's on 32. But yeah, I couldn't see anybody. I could only see Michelle Coburn and Jill Polglaze pop up, which is my lovely regulars. They battle first and second place every time I go live, and so they're just amazing ladies. They've been with me for so long, it's not funny. So Jill Polglaze, yes, she says hi, Les, Ellie, Angel, Spirit, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Glennis Lacey's always here as well. So we've got a few people that are coming on the feed now, but if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page. Now, I wanted to talk tonight too about the full moon because, how do I explain this? When we used to lecture the moon and the tide, and when you're doing personal training and you're teaching personal training as well, you would talk about the moon because a lot of people store a lot of fluid in their body, which, is water retention, etc. Anyway, cut a long story short, the basic part of it is that the lunatic name came from the lunar moon, and the lunar moon plays havoc on our bodies. And a lot of people, especially mediums like me, we can actually pick up on the energy of the moon. And well, I do. I can't talk for everybody, but I wanted to say that the actual moon for me, especially when it's a super moon or something like that, is very powerful, and it actually makes me feel like if you've ever been scuba diving and you go under the ocean and the ocean pressurizes your body and you have to go down slow so that you can actually, your oxygen levels can regulate to the water retention going down. When you're going in the water. But for me, it feels like all the energy is bouncing off my body. That's how much I pick up on it. And it's quite exhausting sometimes. And that's when, people ask me all the time, do you get exhausted doing, 35 readings in one night for a 2-hour show? And I say, well, no, I walk out of here and I'm just as fine as when I walk in here. Sometimes I get tired, and that's only from my day. But with the moon, it sometimes exhausts me. And tonight, all the way here, the full moon just followed me all the way here. It was absolutely beautiful. So if you're in Sydney, Australia, go outside and have a look at the moon. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it's the actual shape of the moon is a perfect circle, and it's sharp as ever. It's just gorgeous. So, but if you're in, I've had lots of people contact me about having really, really bad and weird dreams over the last 2 days while the moon's going in, as well as, and someone even had a bad dream about me. And I asked them, I said, well, do you think it's true? And they said no. And I said, well, then don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. So, but it's just important that you understand that if you're in relationships or you're having a hard time and it's leading into the full moon, and then it's a full moon for a couple of days, and then it starts to slowly, come out of that phase of the full moon, then you're going to understand from this point forward that full moons do cause havoc on relationships and personalities, and makes people moody. It makes people's energy change. And when I was actually doing personal training as well many years ago, we had a few clients that would come in and they would be emotional before they even got to the training session. And so all I would do with them, and I didn't understand the full moon then until I started teaching it, but all I would do with them was just let them talk and cry and whatever, and then go and give them a good session so that they could actually lift up their hormone levels. So if you're feeling down or you're feeling out and it is a full moon, go for a brisk walk, go for a run if you can, go and just burn off some of that energy, that stored up energy in your system, so that you can actually feel better. And I used to track the full moon on my Apple Watch, because I was so curious about it to see how people's emotions were affected. So I used to track it on my watch just to see, and I could tell as soon as I saw that the moon coming into a full 100% phase, I would know straight away that these certain amount of clients were going to be emotional, or they're going to be this, or they're going to be that. So it's kind of like a heads up for me. But yes, let's go back and say hello to a few people on our feed here. So we've also got, where was I up to? 1 second. Oh, Colleen Deegan, good evening. She's from Brisbane. So love, like, and share the page, guys. Tell me where you're from, suburb, state, country, county. I love to know who I'm helping around the world. We've got Nicole Haley, good evening. Margie O'Brien, Michelle, Wendy Merce Martin's always here as well. Keeping warm, she says. Sharon Jordan's always here. We've got Judy James Van Fossen, good evening. Greg Frost, good evening. Oh, Frost, talking of the cold. Kathy Hazel, good evening. Oh, bless you, Ellie. Now, I was just coming out of the outside area before, and I heard Ellie having her sneezes, and I said, yep, I heard you.
All the way out.
Yeah, that was really, really loud. I heard her right at the back. I was outside there. I was at the back of the studio, and she was just on fire. And I said, yep, I heard that. Tamari Tanton. That's an unusual. Tan-Marie Tanton. That's a tongue twister for me. Say that fast, Ellie. Tamari Tanton. Yeah, I got it. Hi, Lesley. I start a new job tomorrow. Any advice from yourself or spirit, please? From Adelaide Hills area. Thank you. So new job tomorrow. Yes, keep the smiles up, and I always have this thing. I learned this in government when I worked in government many years ago. And I learned that when you smile, it's amazing how many people are poker face at work in their own little world, doing their own thing. But if you smile at them and you like talk with confidence, they start to actually believe that you have that confidence as well. So that's what I want to say to you. Do you have some tickle in your throat at the moment, or something not right with the throat, or who's that around you? Wow. Because I feel like there's something stuck in my throat here. Or did someone actually choke on something? Because I just saw it. Has a young boy, or is there a young boy around you that's choked on something or had something stuck in the throat where they've had to like cough it out? Because I just saw a young little boy, young man, like a little young man. And I don't want to ski, but the last time I said this, the person actually choked, and it was 3 days later that we found out. So it's a very true story, that one. That was very sad that for me. But this young boy is going to be okay. But I see him with something stuck in the throat. So whoever that is around you. Okay, I'm also getting 16 around you, 7 in the month of July. So this July, so we're up to the 21st today. So you've got tomorrow, which is the 22nd. So all this week is going to be okay. It will go really, really fast. So make sure you note everything down, because they're going to be talking really fast and they're going to expect you to get everything straight away, just like me, right? So I need you to write everything down or take a notepad so that you've got everything that they're saying to you, so that you look professional and so that you look like you're actually on top of things, because it's going to overwhelm you if you don't. You need to make notes. And I'll leave that there. Actually, sorry, I can't. I've got the number 10 for October, and I feel like October is going to be another shift of energy for you as well, and moving into different realms. So keep up the good work. Whatever you're doing right now, you're on the right path, but it's going to be cool, because you're going to get leverage. You'll feel self-satisfaction in yourself, but you'll end up having another stepping stone sooner or later. So hold the fort and keep going. And I'll leave that there. So Margie O'Brien, I always see a luminescent blue or purple ring around the moon when I look at it, like an aura. Yes, same as me. I always see that too. It's amazing how we can pick up on these things. It's like the black with the white glow. If you've ever got a chance to go to the beach, Margie, on a full moon, it is absolutely beautiful. You'll see some of the photos that I posted up on my page last full moon when I went down to the beach and took some photos. It was just absolutely gorgeous, because the moon actually makes the waves look amazing, and you can see all these different faces and different signs and symbolism and stuff inside the actual clouds, if there is any around at that time. It's just beautiful. So keep an eye out open for that, or go to the beach on a full moon. It's absolutely beautiful. And who else have we got here? Tiniki Neferiti from Belgium. Good evening. We've also got everyone's blessing you, Ellie. Staying positive helps with the moods. Bless you, Ellie. So from Colleen Deegan, Ellie. So we've got Sharon Jordan. Bless you. Everyone's having a bless you moment. I've got to catch up here. What else do we have here? Donna Marie Roach. Hi, Karen Riley. So they're having a little bit of a conversation. Whoopsie daisy. Good evening, Lesley. Listening in from Macquarie Fields, Sydney. Would love any messages you may have coming up for me. Please and thanks shared. Thank you. Anne Speechley. I can't see where it's shared, Anne. Let's have a look here. What do we get, Spirit? I get the number 9 around you in September. I also get and it's just so weird, because I said to Spirit before I started, can you please give me some more names tonight? I want more names. I want more information, and I keep coming up, and the names that he gives me is like a J name, and I always get the J names, a James or Jim or Jam, Jamie, Jenny, Gemma, something like that. I'm getting a J name around you, and I feel like this person needs like a welfare check. And I also get, oh, bless you, I also get the number 13, 4, and the month of April. So lots of good times were in April, but I also feel like it was the up and then the down and the up and then the down. Okay, so April was a trying time for you, and then May was really quite settled, and now May, June, July. So June, July, it's starting to ramp up again, so hold the fort. I'm also getting heart pain here, and this was like a heart attack, and I feel like this might have been a male figure around you. This was very strong. It's just like someone just stabbed me in the heart really, really hard just then. Yeah, it's taking my breath away. And I see ambulance around you as well. So who was that had issues with the heart? Ambulance, male figure in the ambulance. If that hasn't occurred yet, I'm hoping I'm not predicting anything. But if there's a male around you that has also, looks like he's got a bit of I had to put this chair down. Looks like he's got either diabetes or he's got a swollen stomach, like fluid, not fluid, what do they call it? Like gas in the stomach, like where their stomach swells up to like a beach ball. That's what I'm seeing as well. So please get this person checked. I don't know who it is. I'm just seeing a male figure. That's all they're showing me. Is there two people around you like that actually? Because I see like one's just a bit taller than the other, and they're also giving me issues in the lower female areas for yourself, like right ovary. Was there any cysts or anything on the ovary there? They're also giving me issues with hormones as well, and PCOS, so polycystic ovary syndrome, so PCOS or endometriosis. So I feel like this was a combination of a few things here. So was that you, or was that another person, a sister or someone else around you? And who's Mary? Mary, I heard Mary, quite contrary. Who's that around you? Because I feel like this lady was, was she part of the family, or, because I feel like this person was in the family. There's a brick wall up and then she's gone. So I can't tell whether she's still in the family or she's broken up or she's broken apart from someone. Apart is what I've written. So whoever Mary is. But I'll leave that there. And if you could validate that, that would be amazing. So just type in capitals validation and then put your validation underneath, please. But we've got a validation from Anne for you, Ellie. You can't see anything? I'll read it out. So Anne said, validation, my father was James, died at home of a massive heart attack. Yes, cysts on the uterus. My nan was Kathleen Mary. And that's exactly what I just said. So there's the James, there's the like I said, James or Jim at the start, Gemma. And then there's the heart. And then we've also got, what else did she say? The uterus. So the right ovary or the uterus, the female plumbing area. And I feel like this was a hormonal imbalance there, Anne. And there's the Mary. So whammy. Thank you. If there's any more part of that validation. So Ellie, you grab that time. Yep. And wow, that's a really good validation. Thank you for that. Love it. I love it when Spirit's right. And this is all I have on my desk. It's just my book and my pen. I don't have any magical tools that I can use. I just really trust Spirit. And that's what I said to him tonight. I said, get your act together, buddy, because we need to have more information. Thank you. Even though 90% of the time he does give me more information. Let's keep going. Will I buy or build a house in the near future, mortgage free? Oh, yeah. The story of everybody's life there. Mira Awa Mona. She says, Mira Awa, she says, will I buy or build a house in the near future, mortgage free? Now, everybody wants that dream, and everybody can have that dream if they want to. It's just a matter of how they want to get to it. Okay. And I do feel like that you're going to build. I do see building. I don't see you buying, but I do see you building. Okay, that's going to be better for you. But it's not the right time right now, Mir. So building, and I see, you know what I see? The actual, the whatever they're called, the timber between the walls. That's what just showed me that you were going to build. Otherwise, I would have saw it. Do you live in a white little cottage or did your grandmother have a white little cottage? Like a little white 3-bedroom cottage beforehand, like white cladding on the outside. I'm trying to find the word for it. Did she also have issues with mind as well? Because she's showing me, I can't talk because she had issues with that. And also, did she have issues with her neck? Wow. Did she have like a broken bone or something in the back? Who had the actual bone in the back or arthritis in the neck or something? Because I just had this sharp pain in my spine, in my neck. That really hurt. So sharp pain in the neck. Sounds bad. You know, like someone says a pain in the neck, but what I mean is real pain in the neck. So, yeah. And I feel like this lady had a heart on her sleeve. She very sweet little lady, but she had a heart on her sleeve. She would do anything for you. And I feel like this may be you or one of your friends has just lost this lady. Does that make sense? If that's not you, then it's going to be either, who's that going to be around there? Sean, maybe, no, maybe Vonnie Shockus. My dad was Jimmy and Mum Mary. Oh my God, here we go, Ellie. Remember the last time that we did this? Yes, the twin night. We had a night where, and I've said this a few times over my shows, and I can't remember what show number it was, but it was probably about 18 months. Oh, would have no, it was at yeah. That's right, and it was on. It was absolutely crazy. No, it was a Sunday and a Monday because I remember being at Alive, and we were freaking out because because what happened was I had 3 names, and it was Melissa. What else was it? Melissa, Michelle, and Peter. Peter, like that. Anyway, I said I get these 3 names, and it was 3 twins. And then all of a sudden, the whole screen started lighting up, and there was 10 sets of Peter, Michelle, and Melissa, and everyone had a twin of either a Peter or a Michelle or knew a twin of. Oh, it was so crazy. It was like it was evil twin night. But here, Vonnie Shockus. There you go. There it is. There. My dad was Jimmy and Mum Mary. How sweet was that? See, it's amazing how spirit will do things, and they know when you're coming on my show, and they will know when to come through, but they'll actually relate. And you can see sometimes with my readings, because there's so many people on my show when they come through, and then there's so many people next to me, it's hard to distinguish which one's which for who and who. So they don't care. The spirit won't care. It just pushes through, and it barricades everybody and just gets through and make sure that they're in front. So, and I might be reading for like Anne Speechley, but that part of that reading was a message from Dad and Mum for Jimmy and Mary for Vonnie. How cool is that? And that's what's happened. That's what happened last time with the twins episode. I think Michelle Coburn and Jill Polgos was definitely on that night, and Karen Riley. That was a crazy night. That was freaked me out. Let's put it that way. It was really, really bizarre. So Mira, she said, that's right, my nan had issues. So Mira, write it in capitals validation and then just put the validation underneath. But I'm also getting heart issues around this as well, Mira. Yeah, it's taking my breath away as well. So this was definitely something not right with the heart there. It's really, really strong, really, really strong on my heart. And I feel like this was a broken heart as well. Sometimes when there's sorrow in a broken heart, or there's an actual heart attack, sometimes for me, the pain is the same. And it's very hard to distinguish. And sometimes they'll show me the relationship, but if the relationship wasn't good, and then they've got that sorrow in the heart, it's really, really hard to distinguish whether it's a heart attack or like a mild heart attack or a heavy heart attack. Depends on how much pain I get in my heart. So I do feel all the pain, guys. So that's why I have to get rid of it as soon as I get it. So I'm an international psychic medium, I do relay direct messages from spirit. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. That's where I see all your posts, or 80% of your posts, because most of the time the algorithm, I can't see some of them from Facebook, so which is very annoying. And if I miss your question, then just post it up again. Let me keep going. So Sean's on here. That's wonderful, Well, so let me go. Deborah Ellis, good evening. She said, anything for me from my lovely dad, please. Thank you so much. Hope you're well. So Deborah, I have to turn over the page for you, Deborah. So what do we have here, Spirit? Why do I get emotions? Deborah Ellis. I get a lot of emotions, and I feel like that things are over the top of you. I feel there's a lot of pressure on my shoulders. It's like you haven't been. It's actually the pressure is so strong that it's actually curling you over. But you need to sit up straight to actually get rid of that pressure, if that makes sense. I'm also getting the anxiety from you as well. They're giving me 13. Again, so I had that number before. 13 for in April and 34. What is 34? That's 7. So July as well. I never get 34 numbers, so whatever that means. And they also give me heart again, unless it's me. This is the 3rd time in a row, but I'm getting heart issues, heart palpitations. And this is so. Is this a female around you that's had issues and is a bit stubborn, doesn't want to go to the doctor, or is that you, Deborah? Stubborn. I can't even spell stubborn. I spelled it as STUD, stubborn, instead of stubborn. My D's and my B's were back to front. I feel like that's not me. I feel like that's spirit. And things were a bit confusing for this female. I feel deficiencies in minerals, lots of stuff going on. My ankle, oh wow, my left foot to ankle, yeah, I can feel it feels like it's just blowing up, like pressure of either a high sprain or a break in the ankle or the foot or foot bone or something, because it feels like my whole foot's just swollen up in my boot. So yeah, a lot of pressure and swelling. Unless this is coming up, I don't like to. I like to do the psychic part from the past. I don't like doing all the future stuff sometimes, because it's really, I don't want it to happen when it has to hurt people. And I also see you driving. So are you going on a 3-day? I just saw travel. And are you going on a 3 to 4 day trip, or do you do driving, or what's with the driving part? Because I see a truck, like a 2-axle truck, like a moving truck, like one of those quite tall, fat kind of looking trucks, and it's not it's kind of like it hasn't got any writing on it. It's just plain. That's why I'm asking. Do you travel for work, or do you do something, or who's the person that does that 3 to 4 days, like interstate coming back? What is that? It's bizarre, because I just saw travel, then I saw truck, so it's kind of bizarre to say, and then my heart keeps pounding here. Wow, it's like sharp pains in the heart. Have you had your heart checked? I think someone, if someone's complaining of irritation in the chest or chest pain, whatever, I think they need to get to the hospital or get checked as soon as possible, because it's not me. This wasn't me. I did not walk in with heart issues, unless I'm having a heart attack right now, but I don't think so. But definitely anxiety around you, and this anxiety is getting the best of you. Lots of magnesium for you. It's like a lot of people are deficient in vitamin D. I was just talking to a young man today at the vitamin store, and he was telling me, like, he sees a lot of people, and he recommends, the highest amount of Ds and stuff like that. And I said, absolutely right. Like, people are so deficient. That's what I feel with you, Deborah. And a lot of ailments and a lot of pain in the body will come from deficiency. So get to a functional medicine doctor, get to somebody that knows their stuff, that's booked out, that knows their stuff with their nutrition. Because that's where I think is things are going upside down for you at the moment. It's doing your head in, actually, and I'll leave that there. Thank you.
I got validation.
Over to you then, Miss Ellie.
So Leanne Stockham said, validation, I got a white car as you predicted. I'm the proud owner of a Suzuki, etc.
Oh, wow. So who was that?
Leanne Stockham.
That's cool. When did I predict it? I didn't. Oh, that was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
A while ago.
That's cool.
And yeah, I'm gonna butcher the name.
Mira
Moana.
I butchered it too.
Said, my nan had a white cladded house
Ah.
on my neck from issues I was very close to.
Well, there you go. It's exactly what I had, because I had a pain in the neck, and I wrote it down here. Look, sharp pain in neck. And then what else was there? The white, yes, the white, yeah, white, and there's the cladding there. Can't get any better than that, guys. Wow. And did she say she had heart issues as well? Oh, because I was having a heart attack before, so yeah. Sometimes people don't say everything. It's privacy. Thank you for the validation there, Mira. Oh, over to you there, Miss Ellie.
So Tan Marie said, thank you so much, Lesley. I will remember to smile and talk with confidence on my first day. And I already have
notebook ready to go. Good girl.
I have a good feeling that I am on the right path, but being reassured is everything. Thank you. Also, the little boy you mentioned sounds like my son. I'll have to keep an eye on him in regards to choking.
Yes.
I'll let you know if anything happens. I hope not, of course.
No. We don't want to plant the seed in the universe and then predict that. But yes, definitely saw something stuck in the throat there, Tamarie. So yeah, be careful. The last time I said this, it was definitely true, 100% true. Yeah, but I saw a little guy, dark brown hair. But I'll leave that there. Thank you. Leanne Stockham said, yeah, a few weeks back. So she got the car. Well done. That's awesome. And the white car's good luck for you for some reason. I don't know why. That's probably why I said at that time. But Leanne, look forward to it. It's like your little new weapon. Oh, there you go. I said that before. Did you see that there, Ellie? Mira Awa, she said, validation, Nan had a broken heart. That's why I kept getting the heart thing. Look, that's why I was getting it. And I was talking about the sorrow. Bless her. There it is right there. Heart. Breathing anyway. And I feel like she suffered with the anxiety a lot because of the broken heart with the, like, that's what I was saying before. When people are in a relationship and they have all this sorrow, the heart actually feels like it's broken. And I think from memory, there was a study done. Oh, see, I've got the heart pain again. There was a study done, and that people actually can, when they have a broken heart from a love, or their past loved one has gone and they're lonely and whatever else, people actually die or pass away, I should say, from a broken heart. It's really quite sad. Okie dokie. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're all listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM.
99.9.
How long have I got?
2 minutes.
I'm going to grab a drink. Look at me. I've got like bed hair because I fell asleep on the lounge and I look like a bullhead.
What a masterpiece. And don't get him started about garden beds. Did you say garden beds? Oh, garden beds. He is also qualified at fixing busted
She's not a
lawnmowers
game girl.
too.
She's a radio girl.
It lives. So if you share the same passion as Adam, franchising opportunities are now available. Just check out koalalandscapes.com.au. Station sponsor.
Are you doing some renos this winter and need a local trusted plumber?
Call 9622 4888.
Looking for up-to-date fittings and fixtures, supplied and fitted with a lifetime installation guarantee?
Call 9622 4888.
Want
Nice and cool in here.
toilets that will save you
It's really, really hot out there.
Call 9622 4888.
Bed hair.
Emergency plans.
I was asleep on the lounge and my 2 exchange students came in at 6 o'clock and woke me up, and I was trying to have a nap because they kept me up late last night till, oh my God, 12:30, 1 o'clock. They came from the Opera House. I booked them tickets to what's it called? Hamilton.
Remember to start putting your green.
No, not Hamilton. Hamlet. That's it. Booked them tickets to that, and then I was up early with them because they set the alarm off this morning. They frightened the life out of everybody in the house. So I was really tired this afternoon. I thought I'll have a nap, and then they came in and woke me up. Never mind, early.
Business Chamber is the place you need to be. A not-for-profit organisation that supports businesses through
Oh, that's
networking,
loud.
education and growth opportunities.
How long have I got, Ellie?
As a voice of the Blacktown business community, the
Okay.
Greater Blacktown Business Chamber will help you get connected, stay informed, and build your business profile in Western Sydney. For more information or to become a member, visit the Greater Blacktown Business Chamber website.
Sydney's West.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. So come over to my main page and post up your questions where I can see them there, because we're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, the iHeartRadio app, as well as Omni Studio. So my iPad's just had another moment, hasn't it? Never mind, we'll get there. But talking about broken hearts and things like that. So tell me if you've ever had a broken heart and you've felt it in your heart, because it actually feels like pain in the heart when your heart is in sorrow. So let's keep going. Tracy Gibson, yes, there is such a thing as a broken heart syndrome. Yes, 100%. I see it a lot with relationships too. It's, there's a lot of things that I post up on my page, and I scheduled a lot of postings last week for some people that I knew that would have needed it last week. So have a look at some of the posts that some of the quotes that I posted up. It was really quite good to to see some responses from people. And have a look at my cat as well. Last night I was trying to study, and I had one of those hoodie jackets on with that, you know, where you put your hands through the front pocket and it goes all the way through. Well, I had a jacket on, like a jumper on like that, because it was cold. Anyway, Snitzel, she tried to, did you see the photos, Ellie?
That would have been a huge jacket, or she's tiny to be able to go through.
No, she squished her way through it. It was so funny. And she's walked through from the right side through to the left side and stayed inside my hand pocket. And it's quite hilarious. Have a look at it online. It's so funny. But she's just a character, that cat. Maggie O'Brien, there is such a thing as a broken heart syndrome. With my loss, my heart also felt the loss physically. I so get that about the heart hurting. Yes, 100%, Lovey. It's painful, and because I'm a medium, I see it. I feel it, and I'm still feeling like the heart is just, you know, really, it suffers in sorrow. And people don't believe it until they go through it, you know. So let's keep going. Post up your questions on the main page, guys, so I can see it there. Sean Ram Kalawan. Good evening. Hope all is well. It's a full moon tonight. I know we've been talking about that just as before you come on. Yes. Linda Wheatley McDonald. Yes, please. Leslie, if drawn, New Zealand. Okay, Linda. I think I did you the other week because I remember your long name. Linda Wheatley. What do we get? Spirit, New Zealand. Must be cold over there. Wow. I don't know why, but smoking cabin log fire. That's all I just heard. Smoking like a fire that's actually got a big lot of smoke coming out the back. You know, like a cabin kind of thing. Is that where you've been, or is that where you're going? Or is that what you've got? Cabin smoking. I don't know why I just said that. I just saw an old-fashioned cabin. It's like, you know, when you have like there's all this green grass and lots of not big mountains, but lots of valleys and stuff like that. That's what I'm seeing. So green grass and valleys. That's what I'm seeing with you. Why am I saying that? I don't know. I'm just saying what I'm getting. But I'm seeing that right now, and I see an old log cabin, and I see the smoke coming out of it, and it's looking down the valley. Not quite down, but on the same plane, if that makes sense. There's trees and some more grass up the side, green grass, like really, really green grass, like beautiful color, like luminous. And I'm also seeing the number 17 around you, 8, and the month of August. I'm also getting that times have been, you know, like the roller coaster, but this time now is time for change. So look out for the changes coming, okay? It's going to be really nice for you. And they're showing me quicksand. So sometimes Spirit shows me things in themes. So with you, I get the quicksand, and the quicksand is like you're in there, you tread water in the quicksand, and all of a sudden you can't just quite grab the rope to pull yourself out, but don't move. That's what the idea of the quicksand is. If the more you move, the more you sink. So don't move as much, and you will start to actually leverage towards that rope to pull yourself out. So just hold the fort. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks of just holding up everything, and it'll go really, really fast, and things will start to settle down. So and then I also feel like you need to get your feet on the ground. It just showed me you jumping like off a little platform and jumping down, and both your feet landing and stabilizing. That's what I'm seeing with you. I'm also seeing boat and pram. I don't know why. So that's completely opposite things. This is a really bizarre reading. They also give me pain in the back of my left leg as well. So I feel like this is either like arthritis pain or knee arthritis knee. Anything with an itis when we used to teach is inflammation. So stop having sugar, guys. Sugar is poison. Stop having anything with sugar. It's poison. People seem to think that they can get away with it now while they're young, but as they get older, it starts to play havoc on your body. And I'm getting this pain in the chest again. So I've got to find this person that the pain is coming from the chest. And I do feel like this is a sorrow one. Sorrow heart, like a really, really sorrow heart at the moment. So let me get out of this reading here, and I'm going to go and find this other one. I also feel itchy around you there, Linda. So what's going on there? It's like, do you have allergy or something with skin, or you just don't like things touching your neck? Because I feel like the neck area needs to be open. Does that make sense? because I don't like anything on my neck either. I don't like skivvies. I used to wear a skivvy many, many moons ago, like 20 years ago or something. But I can't handle anything on my neck. Even when I go to the hairdresser, they've got to have like cotton or something like that because I can't stand that feel of that thing on my neck. Neck allergy or something, issues. And I'm not talking broken neck or pain. I'm talking just like skin. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. All right, let me go back here. I'm going to go back here because I want to see. I feel lots of anxiety. So we've got Sandra D. Good evening. We've got Tracy Gibson. Yes, we've spoken about that. So Court Smith. Good evening. And I'm only going to where spirit is drawn to. Ellie, do you get buzzing noise in your headset? Yeah, I got really bad buzzing noise in my headset. It's really loud. Pull it back a bit. Tim, do you know how to stop that?
No, there's nothing you can do.
So what do we got here? Linda Whitley, thank you. Yeah, Linda, write in capitals validation and then post up on the page if you can, please. And then we've got Greg Frost. Yes, it's true. I'm suffering from broken heart. Myself, and it hurts. Yes, Greg, right. Found it because it's giving me the pain in the chest again. So let's do a reading for Greg Spirit. Greg Frost. All right, what do we have here? I'm getting number 17 around you, 8 as well, and August. So things are going to shift a lot in August, okay? So look forward to that. And as much as everything feels upside down right now, Greg, sometimes the path that Spirit puts you on makes, I don't want to sound boring and say makes you a better person, but it does. But what it does is it makes you learn lessons, okay? And these lessons were meant to learn. Lessons learned, that's what I'm hearing. So times are definitely changing for you. 555, and I'm also seeing the 333. So what is 333, Ellie? I have no idea. I don't know why. Spirit's showing me all these numerology stuff again. But I'm getting the 555, which has changed around you. And after August, things are going to shift gears. So look forward to that, okay? So definitely after August. And I just heard mechanical or mechanic or like with the hand. Do you work with your hands? Mechanical or mechanic? Or who's that around you? What does that mean to you? I'm also seeing like motorbikes, cars. This is bizarre because I don't look. They're showing me. This is really bizarre because they're showing me you in suit with like a blue shirt on with kind of like the buttons done up, not with a tie. But then I see you in a different realm with like vehicles. Does that make sense? Like cars and bikes and whatever else. It's like you got two different sides to you, like Dr. Heck or Mr. Hyde. No offense, but it's not quite like that. It's just kind of like two different realms that you could switch to, if that makes sense. It's like the office person with the rebel background. I don't know. I'm just getting two different people, or is there someone around you like that? What's going on there? Because it's kind of like it's kind of confusing for me. I'm also getting 11 around you and November and 2 in February. So I feel like that things started to shift gear and started to behave badly around February. Does that make sense? March was a trying time for you as well. So February into March was like, yep, doom and gloom. That's what I'm hearing. And I see tears on your eyes, like tears, and you cry by yourself. It's like you're blowing your nose, you look in the mirror, blow your nose, and it's not like you cry yourself to sleep. It's like you're sitting there and you just have tears coming down. It's like, and you don't want no one to see you. The pride is really, really high. And that's what I feel like has gone. The pride is so high that it couldn't come down for the relationship. Does that make sense? But it's time for change. It's like you needed this to get you onto a better track anyway. That's what I want to say. So as much as the sorrow of the broken heart here, see, my heart is not giving me any pain anymore. So it's definitely in the right spot here, right where I'm doing this reading. But going forward, the pain is a lot now. It's like, the sword can only go in so far when it digs in deep, when it cuts you to the bone. It can only go so far because the bone you can't cut. So it can cut the flesh, but it can't cut the bone. So when the sword goes through, it feels like it's cut you to in half, but it hasn't, because you're stronger than that, because the bone won't let that. If that makes sense, it's kind of like a weird analogy. But I'm getting this through. What was the 333, Ellie? Do you know?
333 says, trust yourself and dream big.
Yeah, 100%. Is that it?
Yeah, that's what it says.
Well, that was really brief. So trust yourself. Trust yourself. So that's what Spirit's saying. I don't know. I didn't remember. I just know 555 at the moment, because that's all I get from him. So trust yourself. And I don't feel like that there's a lot of people around you that you can trust as well. It's like you've got no support. It's kind of lonely in this path by yourself. But this is the right path, because if things weren't right, you wouldn't be there in that path. Does that make sense? I know it's hard to understand now when you're in pain and you're suffering and you're in sorrow. But as you're going through the next day and the next 24 hours, it gets better and better and better. And you start to realize what you needed and what you needed to do to get yourself to where you want to be. And it's just a matter of being patient with yourself and just getting through this slowly. And don't be too hard on yourself. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. It's just a matter of you shifting paths, if that makes sense, for spirit paths. I always say on my shows there, Greg, that spirit won't do anything unless it's necessary for you to understand that you need to go in a different direction. So things will get harder and harder and hurt and harder and sorrow and harder and more sorrow all the time when things are in the wrong direction. It is that crystal clear. Until you work out that you've got to shift gears and shift into another realm, then that's when you start to realize, you go, you know what? I'm going to get through this, because I'm going through hell right now and I'm not going to stop in the middle. I'm just going to keep going. So that's what I'm hearing for you, lovey. So just keep going. Shift your gear, shift here, and everything will shift. That's what I'm hearing for you, and I'll leave that there. Okay. Oh, there you go. So Linda Whiteley said, validation, yes, very itchy ear. That's what I had around the neck, but I get it in the neck. Maybe that's coming for you as well. Do you have any more validations there, Ellie?
Not yet.
Okay, Greg Frost said, true, I work with my hands. Yeah, fair enough. In just type in capitals, Greg, validation, and then just put anything underneath there if you can. That would be nice. 333, angels, ascended master number. You are protected, loved, and in the right path. There you go, the 333 there, Greg. Thank you, Margie O'Brien and Alicia. And Alicia said 333, the universe is working with you on making your dreams a reality. Believe in yourself and trust your intuition. I feel like there was some unjustly things that had occurred. I don't know why, but I just heard injustice. I just heard that it was unjustly. So yeah, Greg Frost, just type in capitals validation and just write what the validation is if you can. Everyone's trying to help you on the page there, lovey, because we know that you're new to the page. Vonnie Shockers, I am a real moon child. Feel all the emotions. Yes, and it's a full moon right now, Vonnie. I like that name, Vonnie. Vonnie Shockers. Okay, what do we have for you, Spirit? Oh, I get the anxiety around you as well. And I do feel like there's a lot of good people around you, but this trust is an issue right now. It's hard done by. That's what I'm hearing, hard done by. And this is only recently. So it's like you've got your heart on your sleeve all the time, but when you're at your busiest, you're not prepared. Does that make sense? So when you're at your busiest, you're not aware. So it's time to stop looking down and look up, okay? Because people are in your face and you can't see them, what they're doing to you. That's why you're getting a shock about things. And Spirit saying to me the number 19 around you, 1 and 9 is 10, and the month of October. So what does either 19, 10, or October mean to you, or 19, 10, or 19th of October, or 10th of October? I don't know. It's just that's what the numbers that I get for you. I'm also getting 2 and February for you as well. So February was up and down for you as well. So lots of roller coaster people here at the moment. They're also drawing the line in the sand. It's like you had to go one way or the other. Okay. And this was this with work? So there was two paths, like one path one way and then the other. So, and I feel like that you've taken the right path, to be honest, even though things might be a bit tough right now, but I feel like you're taking the right path, because if it wasn't, you would not be there. Does that make sense? Because it's time for change for you as well. It's like everything's shifting gears. Everything's going to be backflipping for you. Are you in business, or have you been thinking about business? Because I just heard that as well. So business, or got an idea. Because if you've got because I see business, then I see / idea, then I see like thinking cap. You know, like when you have the cartoons and then they put the little thing up the top and it's like the light bulb moment, and you have these like really good ideas, but you're too scared, or you don't want to take the risk of doing something. But if you just take that one step and have a good think about it, have a really good plan, I do feel like this is going to work for you. And it's a shame, because I don't feel like that you have the confidence in yourself to go through. So this is really good times for you. Really good times. It's like you're a thinker. You're a really, really deep thinker, deep in the moment of things, you know, and then you're quiet, but then you have these thoughts in your head, and then these thoughts are like really, really good ideas, but you don't bring them to fruition. What's the good of them having them in your head? You can't have them there. They've got to come out. So lots of good stuff for you, lots of good ideas. If you go into business, it's going to be good for you. But this is not right now. This is going to be down the track. If you're in business now, then you've got to ramp it up, and use your ideas, because this is going to be really good. And if you're not, start getting out there, because I just see both. I can't tell whether you're in or you're not in it. But I'll leave that there. It's like you want to be somewhere, but you can't just quite get there. You can't get your foot out the door to do it. And I'll leave that there. Okie dokie. Yes. Linda Wheatley, thank you. Morning from West Virginia, USA. Carrie Greathouse. What a great name. Greathouse. That's cool. All right, what else do we have here? Vonnie, yes, got an offer. Got an offer on what? What were we talking about? So Vonnie, type in capitals validation, and then just put the validation underneath the to validate what we've just said, what I've just said. Because when you say yes, got an offer, I have no idea what I've said, because I flight with spirit, and I can't remember everything that I say. Sometimes I even say the same number twice, because I just cannot remember. I even said it at the start of when I do the reading, because I'm just in flight. I'm in another world. It's like if you picture yourself in a plane, and then you're flying through the sky, and the plane's in automatic mode and the pilot's doing all the work, but then you come and you land on Earth. That's when you stabilize yourself, and then the plane's just, idling on Earth. But then you go underwater, and that's me underwater in another realm, in another universe, talking to spirit and getting messages from spirit. But I'm underwater, and I can only hear and see what they're showing me. That's how it kind of like works for me. Oh, okay. There you go. So Vonnie has just written up there, validation, 2nd of February, got the offer. And that's what I just had. I just literally had the 2nd of February. There it is right there. How cool is that? Well done, Spirit, out of all the numbers in the world. I love it when Spirit gets this right. So if you type in whatever else I wrote there, Vonnie, that would be great. Thank you. Any other validations there, Ellie? Not yet? Okay. That's so cool. I love it when Spirit does that. Greg Frost, validation to everything. Thank you. That's cool. But we don't like to let you get away with just validation to everything there, Greg. We like you to write what the validation was, because it doesn't make sense to me sometimes. So that's why we ask for so many validations, because if you have a look at my page has got like all these scribble notes on it of all this stuff that I just did for you. And then you write validation to everything. And then I'm still trying to work out in my head if it was cars and motorbikes, or you're in a suit driving a car or a motorbike. I don't know. So that's why I'm asking. But I'll leave that there. Rachel Brown, off to shower for work. Maybe next time. Have a wonderful day and night, everyone. Good night, Rachel. Or good morning. It's actually evening here, but in the AM over there. Alison Lett, good evening, Ontario, Canada. Thanks for joining us again. Hope you're doing well. Okay, I still get the anxiety around you there, Alison. Okay. So where we got here? Jill Hancock. Could I have a spirit message, please, if drawn? Thank you. I've got here Jill. Okay. I'm getting a couple of it's like mystery. Why do I hear mystery? Mystery lover. Mystery. And I feel like there's two elderly people that have passed. They're on the other side, male and female. And this is grandparents. And that sounds really, really general, I know. Grandparents. But I feel like these people, great. Look, who is it? Because I see that they look young, but they're old. Does that make sense? It's quite bizarre. But I'm seeing like it's like a mystery lover between them. Like they had this relationship that was really, really special. And the husband would open the car door to let her in the car, open the door, would never let her lift up anything, just treated her like a little queen. Queenie, I'm hearing. Was that the name that he used to call her, Miss Queenie or something like that? Queen? What's that mean? Times have been tough for you though, Jill, but I do feel like that you're so used to having things upside down, inside out, that you're just like, yep, I'm a survivor. I just get on with it. And what's with the health? Because I just heard that, and I'm not saying that you, but I just heard cancer, or are you a cancer sign? Because sometimes when I hear the word cancer, I think, yep, ma'am, no, but I don't want to say it. But are you or who's the person that's a cancer sign around you? Are they well at the moment? Because I do feel like that this person is like very stubborn with their health. Or is that you? Heart and health is not good. And I also see a black or like a charcoal or black car. Do you have a 4-door black car? 2 to 4 weeks, if you do, or the first person that comes to mind in the family, I want them to get that car checked with the tires rotated, everything sorted out, maintenance, whatever you need for that car. I don't want them driving after the 4 weeks. Now I'm giving them 2 to 4 weeks to get it organized. Get the ducks in a row with the vehicle, because I don't like the fact that when Spirit shows me a vehicle, they also show me, and the vehicles only come up when there needs to have something done to them. Okay, because I see the black. It's like black tinted windows, black tinted car, black paint on car. Sorry, but why? I don't know why, but I see car. It's like the movies, like where the what do you call it? The vehicle is outside the home. Does that make sense? And do you have a home that's got like a light color outside exterior? And does your property sit back from the road quite a bit, and the grass, like it goes on a slope down to the front to the road, to the path? I'm also getting heart with you as well. Lots of heart tonight. Oh, bless you, Ellie. Oh, bless you. I'm getting lots of heart issues as well here. And who's the person that can't breathe properly? And this is an elderly person. I feel like this is going back to the grandparents, because I've just done a whole circle. I've literally just gone from here and gone all the way to here, all the way to here, and now I'm back up here with the grandparents. So I'll leave that there, but thank you. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM.
Or in the car.
Take us with you wherever you go.
Boom, boom.
SWR 99.9 on the iHeartRadio app. The Blacktown Exercise Sports and Technology Hub, or BEST, is a game changer for Western Sydney.
Glennis Lacey is asking, what's his name? Greg. More information, please. Watch it after this live.
Best also has stylish
Oh,
equipment
Glenys.
accommodation in the lodge, a fully licensed cafe, and
Oh.
in-home play space for kids of all ages and abilities. For more information on the Blacktown Exercise, Sports and Technology Hub, visit bestblacktown.com.au. Station sponsor. At All About Care, we offer NDIS and aged care participants a range of services, including personal care, domestic assistance, 24-hour respite care, social support.
Oh,
and
there you
transport.
go.
If
Jill
you need
Hancock said
equipment,
grandma
you need to
looked
live
young.
comfortably in your own home. At
That's
station
what's going
sponsor,
on.
All
That's
About
why I
Care,
can't
we're
tell the
all
difference,
about
because you're
making
so
every day a
young.
better day. If you or someone you know could benefit from our services, search for us on Facebook or email info@aboutcare.com.au.
Okay.
Paul and his
Jill,
team
type it
provided
in. Type it
funeral
in all
services.
one.
Such a big help when
Oh.
Frank passed away. They were always there and helped with planning every part of what was a truly fitting ceremony that celebrated Frank's life. They were extremely respectful, trustworthy, and compassionate. Their prepaid funeral plans made things so much easier too. You
Oh,
could call them on
there's the
9688
Cancerian.
7977
Bonnie.
or find them
I
online
just
at
finished reading him and then I got the cancer.
academyfuneralservices.com.au. Station sponsor.
This train will be stopping at Pendle Hill, Toongabbie, Seven Hills. Blacktown! You are my Blacktown, my only Blacktown. You make me
Glenys Lacey, I'm always on fire. She goes, you're on fire tonight, Lizzie. I wish I had more sleep though.
Mount Druitt, St Mary's, Warrington.
Yeah,
Show
that's
your support and show
Yeah.
up. Blacktown City FC. Your town, your team. SWR 99.9.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero. And welcome back to my show. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, Twitter, iHeartRadio, and Omni Studio. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then you need to come on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Post up your questions there in the comments, and I will be drawn to your question from Spirit wherever I stop on the live feed here, and I read out the question and then I answer it from Spirit. So we've got quite a few validations there. Ellie, over to you. Some of it doesn't make sense, but I know that they'll come back later and say it will.
So Vanny Shock has said, not business related, but so many spiritual gifts coming through, trying to come to terms with it. I'm looking at developing it.
Yeah, beautiful.
Then I've got a few bits and pieces from Jill Hancock. She
Yeah.
said, grandmother looked young. I don't think so. No cancer. My health, here we go. She said, validation. Grandma looked very young for her age. Heart problems. Dad passed, and his brother too. I have a lot of health problems. Also, fantastic reading, Leslie.
Oh, thank you. Yes. There you go, Jim Tim. My car was hit in my driveway. The problem is the person who hit me is doing wrong. The person who hit me is doing wrong. Love a message, please. That doesn't make sense. What does that mean there, Nicole Sten? Oh, I'm going to sneeze, Nicole Sten. I just started reading you and I feel like I'm getting Ellie's sneezy habits. Oh my gosh.
Bless you in advance.
Let me go back here. Who else we got? I'm a little sleep deprived myself this week too. Yes, Glenys Lacey. I had a huge week last week. I don't even think my feet touched the ground last week. I'm currently doing another role at work, and I felt like I was just under the pump the whole week. It was crazy. Got through it. I don't know how I got through it, but that's what we do, don't we? When we're survivors of this world, we get through everything and we just push through and do our best and hope to God that it was the best. And yeah, Sandra D, so sorry, please and thank you. I think I forgot to say that tonight in advance. Yes, thank you. I just saw your message now. I'm just going back here because I feel like there was something that I needed. The grey car. Did she say the grey car in that full validation, Jill? Because that's what
She did have a great car.
Yeah. But I think, is it a dark? I wonder if it's a dark grey car because I still see a black car. I don't think this is the right car. I'm seeing a different car compared to what you've got there, Jill. So definitely black. This is black car, full black, full like tinted windows black as well. It's like you can't see through it at all. It's like they can see you, but you can't see them. That's what I'm seeing. It's like the mafia, the movies and stuff. That's what it feels like. Alison Lett, lost my job and still no word from either of my children. Any messages, please and thank you. Oh, lovey. We went through this. What, 2 years ago, and we saved you from everything there, Alison. So I know that you can do this again, lovey. So let's get you back on your feet again. She said lots of anxiety, yes, but the timing for you is uncanny right now, isn't it? Because I feel like this was exactly a year and a half ago when this all happened beforehand, and you got through there, Alison. You actually did what I said, and you got through, and it's all paid off for you. So it's just another little hurdle, if you heard that right. And I do feel like that things are going to shift gear for you. So look forward. What's this month to July? I feel like there's going to be another week, and so enjoy the week off. That's what I'm hearing. Because I feel like there's going to be another week, and you're going to be on fire again. So look for something. Are you? If you're not already doing it, I do feel like there should be some study involved, or if there's going to be some sort of training, like higher level training for whatever you want coming up. So look forward to that. And if you can enroll in something, that would be even better. And does the government do any free? I wonder if they do anything free over there for you for like administration, admin / clerk / something like that / roles, because I do feel like that's going to pay off for you. Okay, so look at something where you've got something else to fall back on. And I'll leave that there. But I want you coming back here tomorrow night and saying that you're on fire with looking, because that's what you need to do. Sometimes when we, you didn't lose a job, you actually moved from that job into something better coming up, because I don't feel like that people lose anything when they lose a job, or when they go from one thing to another. I don't like to say that, because I don't think that's the right wording. So you didn't lose anything. You actually are going to be better, because your spirits pushed you out of that job because it wasn't the right path for you, lovey. So look at it from that point of view, and that will make your soul feel better, because there's nothing worse when I see people, in sorrow from losing a job, and the bosses just put them off because they don't want to pay them, or they can't pay them, or whatever the reason may be, or they've got that many jobs that they can't. How am I going to say this? I would nearly put someone in then, but they've got so many jobs that they can't actually put people on those jobs, because all those jobs have stopped, if that makes sense. So it's a matter of just you pulling back the reins, visualizing and getting yourself through this, and manifesting exactly what you want again, like we did last time, lovey. So don't feel too overwhelmed with it. It's up to you. The ball is in your court, because Spirit's pushed you out of there so you can find something better. And that's how I see that. So, yes. Nicole Stand, you've got to write me a better question. Let's keep going. So love, like, and share the page, please. She says, I'm a grandmother now and not able to see my granddaughter. Yeah, well, I know that. Will I ever? Please and thank you. I don't feel like this is going to be the right time, lovey. I don't know why your daughter is not, but they clearly have some sort of, frustration or some sort of issue with you. And sometimes we can't always lead the horses to water to drink it. We've just got to accept what's going on and just keep going and doing what's good for us. Yeah, she said, you helped me get through it, and I thank God for you. Yes, lovey, we know. But you can do it again. It's not that hard. This is once bitten, twice shy now. You know what to expect. You know what to do. You know how to get yourself in gear, lovey. So you need to keep going. So Jim Tim, which is Nicole Stench, says he's not telling the truth. He's getting away with it, doing the wrong with the car shop people who's looking at both cars. I have a grey car. So how can your car be sitting in a driveway there, Nicole, and somebody hit your car, but your car was in the wrong? How does that work? That doesn't make sense. They've got to look at it from that point of view. That's what I'm hearing from your comments here. Vonnie Shockus, full moon emotions bring insomnia. Yes, no, it's not emotions. It's actually the full moon, because it upsets everything. So the tide and the moon and the fluid in people's body, like the actual water retention or the water amount in the body, actually, if it's too high or they've got more body fat than they have muscle, then it's a lot of energy that they feel from the full moon and the tide and everything like that. It's what we used to teach. So that's where the lunatic came from, because it's called the lunar moon. And I was just explaining that to one of my friends tonight. Yes, 100%, Alison. Everything happens for a reason. Yes. So sometimes we think, things get harder and harder and harder and harder. I say this all the time, Alison, when things are not on the right path. So if it's hard and it's difficult and it's hurting and it's crazy and it's, doing your head in or whatever it is, then it's time for change. And the change is definitely on your side, Lovey, and it's time for you to shift gears and get into something better. So Alison, thank you so much for your help to lift my spirit. You're very right. As far as my daughter goes, thank you. Yeah, well, you can't, these children of ours or yours are adults. You can't change them. It's, it's only a matter of time that they can change. You can't always keep bashing your head against the wall. You've got to think about yourself. It hurts like hell, I get it, and it's a double-edged sword, because you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. And as much as it hurts you, they can't see that good side of you because they don't want to see that good side of you, Lovey. They have issues themselves. They have issues in their own mind themselves. So think of it like that and just keep manifesting what you want. We did this with, do you remember who that person was, Ellie, on our show that had the two children that she couldn't see from the daughter, and then about 18 months later she comes on the show and says, you were right, Lizzie, you said that I was going to see them in October or whatever it was. Nickabra, was it? Yeah, you're probably right. I think it was Nickabra. And she, all of a sudden, she comes on the show and tells us that, Leslie, you were right. I'm seeing my grandchildren in October last year, I think it was. It was so good. And I've been saying this forever and ever and ever. Don't worry, it's coming up. It's definitely going to happen. And sure as ever, she saw them October, like I said. So my mother has been complaining of leg cramps and their leg spasms. Is there anything that she should be taking that could pass on to her? I'm so worried. Look up, I honestly don't know that one. Leg spasms, what's that? Oh my gosh. Well, I know that when people have restless legs in bed when they can't sleep, and they need to get oxygen into the bloodstream. So we used to teach them just to get up out of bed and just stomp your feet for 10 seconds on the floor, because that actually, it's like when you get a bottle of fizzy drink and you bang it down with the lid on and it puffs up and it wants to explode out of the bottle because it's got all that energy and all that the bubbles inside. So that's what happens with your legs there. But I honestly could not tell you about the spasms. Usually if you're calling a spasm a cramp, then that's just lack of water and salt. So good salt, like the Celtic salt. I would do something like that. But go see a functional medicine doctor. Look it up yourself. There's a lot of stuff that you can look up yourself. I mean, I know I'm not telling you to be Dr. Google, but I'm not no doctor, and I'm no, I just used to lecture anatomy physiology, but certain things for personal trainers, not this kind of stuff. But, research tells me deficiencies and stuff like that, nutrition stuff is what's really going on there. And I'll leave that there. Yeah, so Michael Draper, yes, I take multi-magnesium supplement. It works well for myself. So magnesium is amazing. You need to have it before you go to bed because it actually helps you sleep. It relaxes your muscles, helps you sleep. It's amazing. So good for you. Muggy O'Brien, I would love some guidance from Spirit on what the next best step is for me. I haven't been able to return much to life since the passing of my loved one. Every day is a push still. Yes, Lovey, because you're grieving. When people grieve in different ways, Muggy, and you clearly your heart's broken. Like you're in sorrow. Your heart is in heaven with your partner. Like with your loved ones. So, it's really, really tough, and it's time. All you need is time. And you need to be gentle with yourself, be sensitive with yourself, be sensible with yourself. So it's like you got to eat properly, drink water, keep your health up to date, because you've got nothing without your health. I know that this is a sorrowful time, and I know it's tough, but it's all about you right now. And then look, I can honestly say, you feel the pain because you're in the living here, but they see the pain in the passing from you. So they're more worried about you on the other side, about you, than what you are of them. Okay, so they're always by your side. You just got to talk, and you're talking out loud anyway, because I can just see you talking out loud for them. But keep asking questions, keep asking them to show you signs. You will see signs. You will see their names on number plates. You will see signs from, what do you call it, signs in the street. You'll see different things. You'll even have people walk up to you with the same name and start talking to you. Just random people just start talking to you, and that's another sign from them, because they're getting you to remember the person that was around you. Does that make sense? Sounds crazy, but that's what happens. That's what spirit does. So it's always sorrowful when they've gone, because what happens is you've lost the habit. The habit has gone, and the habit is the hardest part. So anytime anybody splits up in a relationship, or anybody has, lost somebody, or someone's missing, or someone's, just had an argument and they don't come back, it's the habit that hurts people, because they're used to having that person there. They're used to putting dinner on the table. And I've got pain in my ribs here at the moment, and it's making me cough as well. Is that you there, Margie O'Brien? And I feel like my jaw just cracked. It's like I've got something stuck in my throat and coughing. And was this the loved one that's passed over? Because I feel like I can't breathe. Did they have something down the throat here where they stick the hole in the throat to make them breathe? It's really hard to breathe. I feel like I've either got emphysema or something like that, because I can't breathe. And breathing was very difficult for this person. And it used to make their eyes water, and they used to panic as well. Because I feel like if I can't get my breath, I feel like I'm going to panic. And this is not me. It's definitely not me, because I was fine just before I started reading for you. But I feel like this person has definitely had issues around the throat, or some choking, coughing, some breathing issues and stuff like that. And you know what I mean, okay? I can't say this on air. What was this? I can't even say that on air. I have to pull back a bit. Okay. Anyway, I'll leave that there. But just remember, Margie, they're always with you. They're always around you. There you go. Alison Lech says, I have restless leg syndrome, and I was just talking about that for her. Yes, Leona Sunday, magnesium is good for cramps. Barbara O'Neill says it, and it works. Of course it does. Yes. Okay, so Nicole Sten's confirming this. I'm not in the wrong. He is. Of course he is. He hit my car in my driveway. Yes, 100%. A third car was almost hit him, so he moved fast in my driveway. I was parked in my driveway. My car was not on, so he came up to my driveway really fast and hit me. Oh, gosh. Oh, no, that's really sad. So have you got cameras on the house there, Nicole? I take it you don't. But ask them, how does a car drive up a driveway when you're in stationary and hit your car? How can that be your fault? Like, you've got to look at all these different avenues, all these different points of view, because that just doesn't make sense to us over here, let alone over there. It just doesn't make sense. Margaret Bennett, good morning from Scotland, UK. All enjoy your day. Thanks, Lesley, Ellie Spirit, and all here. Thank you, Margaret. It's beautiful. Just want to say good evening to Tony as well, my MS friend. A lovely man. Okay, let's keep going. Simonetta, good evening. Oh, gosh, okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Simonetta, you still haven't responded to when you did the private reading with me, and you still haven't responded to my messenger messages that I sent you. So there's a lot of information in there. So you need to go back to that, please. There's a lot of stuff in there. Yes, you need to go away 100%. And where do you see us going? You need to go to somewhere that's going to be uplifting, no doom and gloom places, because you can't afford your partner to be sitting in doom and gloom. It needs to be uplifting. It needs to be good energy, good vibration, beautiful environment. Will he be able to attend my daughter's wedding? Yes, 100%. But you need to go and have a look at that information that I sent you. Kathy Hazel, wow, that must be why everyone I am with has some kind of connection with me with either name, birthday, or otherwise. That was from the reading you did for Maggie. What does she mean there, Ellie? I don't get it.
No idea.
Kathy Hazel. I'm not sure what I said. I can't remember what I said. It's when I'm in flight with spirit, I come in and out with spirit, and I can go into the zone of two worlds here at the moment. So it's quite hard sometimes for me to remember everything. Oh, hi, Linda. Linda Sunday. Good evening. Oh my God. Yes, it's true. I will look at it immediately. Bless you. Thank you. Yes, 100%, Simonetta. You cannot go to any place in the world when somebody's feeling unwell, you do not take them to a place where it's a negative environment. You need to take them to somewhere where if they want to go on a holiday, and it's good to get away and relax and get the pressure off these people. And what happens is the person starts to enjoy and the body starts to recuperate a bit. So the body needs to recuperate. So you can't take them to somewhere where it's stressful and painful and you see all the sorrow and you see all the misery. You can't take them to, World War III or something, So, okay, Margie O'Brien, I see so many signs and I have had so many profound ones. It doesn't sound crazy at all. Okay. They did have this is a validation. You want to take over this one there, Ellie?
Yeah, so she said, it doesn't sound crazy at all. They did have a tube down towards the end of life. Thank you so much, Lesley. It will be 2 years in October. The grief and pain has not eased. I feel him and all of the signs, and I do believe our soul never dies, but it's still so hard. Child loss. I appreciate you so much.
Wow, that's really, really sad, yeah. That tube, I definitely saw that tube. I said that, and that's what I saw down the throat. Where did I write that? Did I write that over here? Oh, I didn't write it down. Bugger. Never mind. But I definitely saw that. That's what I did. I remember doing the pen down the throat. Whoops, to get that down the throat here. Poor thing. It's really sad. But anyway, let's keep going. If you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air, and post up your questions. So I've got quite a few people on here now. And Brenda Thompson, hi Leslie, any cool messages? Cool messages from Spirit World, please and thank you. Cool messages. What's Spirit got as a cool message? Let's do this. Okay, Brenda. I think I did you last week. I remember doing something for you. Oh dear. What do we get here? Spirit. I get the number 9 around you, September, and also 11. Are you planning something in November or birthday, anniversary, memorial, and then also something with like I went to write property, and this is what I wrote, an A. What does the letter A mean to you? Aaron, I don't want to say that one. Aaron, Adam. What does Aaron or Adam or the male name with the A around you? Because I just got that there, and I feel like this is a younger man, and I feel like he's got he's just either welfare check or got his heart on his sleeve at the moment. Like he's not happy, Jan. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like that sometimes these men hold all their emotions inside and they just fester inside and it doesn't come out until later on, and then everything's just gone pear-shaped for them, and if they could just get some things off their chest, they would feel so much better. But I do feel like that this young man needs to have some kind of welfare check or something like that, because he's not coping too well. Is there some form of like someone's annoying or bullying or something like that? I don't get it. I'm also seeing property around you as well. So property and contracts. So just saw the couple of contracts here. So the contract's definitely coming up. So whatever you're signing, they're just saying contract plus contract. I just did a plus in between. So I've just done it like this. So contract, that's how I do my contracts plus contract. I kind of write in hieroglyphics when I scribble. I try and just write down little things that I get from spirit, and sometimes he goes so fast that I can't even catch up. But I'm getting property here. Are you signing, or have you just signed for something or need something done with the property? Like something that needs to get fixed or something with the property, because I'm seeing something's not right. Or you're moving. I just saw property, so I'm only guessing the rest, so I'll keep that quiet for a minute until Spirit gives me any more. But I'm also getting 11 around you in November, 2 or February. So November, what's this month? So we've got August, September, October, November, December. So you got 4 months until November. Can you believe that? It's gone so quick, huh? That is absolutely crazy, gone so quick. Like we're already in July and we're already nearly at the end of 1 more week until the end of the month, that's crazy. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Any other validations there, Ellie? Not yet. All right, what else do we have here? So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Cassie Hazel, you were talking about names on streets, or number plates, how spirits are trying to contact signs. Yes, it was Margie O'Brien reading, I think. Sorry, I am a slower typer. Hope it makes sense. Yes, it does now. Thank you for that. Thank you. Let's keep going. There you go. Brenda Thompson, she said property would be my husband's parents. Okay, now it's starting to make sense because I see contract plus contract. So definitely something with property. That's why it wasn't making sense, because it wasn't your property. Now I'm getting it with spirit. See how we need the validations just to clarify exactly what I'm getting, because otherwise it doesn't make sense with these mini readings. If it was in a private reading, it's completely different. It kind of like all links up, like it'll start weird at the start and get a whole lot of information and it all starts to link up. It's crazy how it works. It's really bizarre. But I'll leave that there. Okay, let's go back. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to Radio SWR 99.9 FM. Oops. Everything's gone off.
It's not dead air though.
Dead air.
It's not dead air though. Okay, so how do we get off dead air?
It's dead air, really.
I know. You turn it back to order and see if that makes sense. I'm not sure why that happened. I'll just put the ads on.
Yeah, put the ads on. What happened? Boom, boom. You better put the ads on. Just having issues with the system,
No,
guys.
it's not. Playing.
Not doing anything.
No.
Won't be long, guys. Just having technicality issues with the panel. All right, guys, we're going to call it a night because we can't get back on air. So we will see you tomorrow night at Alive 90.5 FM. And there you go. I'll leave it there, guys. Take it easy, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.